Let's get good the first thing I see in my chat today. What's that about, huh? What are we doing here, huh? Huh? Can you hear my fan in my room? I turned it on because it's getting kind of hot. We're getting into the summertime, and I'm looking at my. Oh wait, no, that's the music. That's the music. Never mind. My mic is not working. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Can you hear me? I can't tell if mic is working. Oh, no fan heard. Okay. Thank you. Normally you can see it like the. Oh yeah, there it is. There's my mic input. I don't know if it was working before or not. Either way, who cares? We're here now. Happy Monday. I know you're all so excited for the start of another beautiful week. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. That was that's just wrong, isn't it? Nobody cares about Monday. Nobody cares about like half the days of the week anymore. We only care about Friday and Saturday, as Sunday reminds us of what's to come. You know? Also, a SL1 broken pistol 9mm challenge and no body armor. Oh my god. Oh no, it looks like Turbs got hit by the no ad blocker on YouTube. Hold on a second. I don't know what you're rocking, but Firefox with ad blocker. What else do I have? What is it? Ad blocks. I have another one. Ad block with ad block and uBlock. Still works for me. There. I'm helpful. How are you all doing? Hi Wingershoe, hi Shiraway, hi Gung Ho, hi Angie Bot, hi Shiraway again. Holy moly, that's a lot of points. Holy moly, Wingershoe, that's a lot of points. But anyway, today we're gonna finish up Girls Frontline 2, Escape from Cyborg, which is actually Dark Souls. Prepare to suffer next season. I don't know what you mean by next season. Oh, next, yes I do know what you mean. Next Kill My Unit season, yes. Which hopefully, I need to get the files from Orsted once he's finished adding everything he wants to add. And then I'm going to do a quick playtest to at least like the middle of the game to make sure it's relatively stable, and then we'll start.
YouTube is dumb. Ads are for math. I am here now.
Yes, she is. I fixed her. I fixed her up. I did. And by that I mean I almost forgot to do it until that's why stream is a couple minutes late today, because I almost forgot to set up Angie. Oops. But I got it. She's set up. I even fixed the music, so now I'm pretty sure we have everything that we used to have, but on a new computer. Just like that. I think the only redeem I haven't seen someone test yet is the Horny Bell, but I'm pretty sure that one's still working, because that one's pretty simple. I think I got everything for that one. I didn't hear it ring. Did you hear it ring? I might not have remembered to fix the audio. Connection, the Horny Bell ring. Ah, yes, I didn't have it play the sound. That's all. That's an easy fix. I just gotta point it to the sound again. Well, I almost had it all. get a... Where's my... Bagpipes, bears, bell, there you go. And we're gonna play it out of our... Where are you? There's my virtual audio cable. And now we just copy this. Paste. Oh my god, I almost sneezed. Don't say I never did nothing for you. It was all my fault in the first place. There it is. If you wait long enough, it'll show up. Alright, it should ring now. The audio should ring. He gives the people what they want. Yes, a big hat sneeze. I don't even have a nose. How do I sneeze? Hey, would you look at that? 3 horny and we haven't even brought the feet on screen. Isn't that just quacking crazy? Anyway, I don't know. I'm in no rush to start today since we have technically less than half of the story to...
by Magic. _orange thinking. _orange thinking.
Magic. Ooh. Yeah, I'm in no rush to get it done because it's only gonna take like an hour or like an hour and a half to get through the story, so I'm in no rush. I'm down to yap for a little while, you know? Let's see, I got my new SSD that I'm gonna install Linux on, so I get to start that train up again. Yay. What a yappy hat. Yeah. I also did, I did something that I haven't done in a while. I started a commission for not Angie or Ori art. I know! Incredible. But I commissioned art for a character that is not one that I own. Isn't that wild? And it's not even like a friend either. It's not like I'm getting it for another VTuber. It's just a character from a game. The last time I did that was the Yunaka and Sombron gifts. That was the last time I did that. Honestly, I should do it more often. I should do it more often. You know? Solid State Diak, is that a promoted to hero Diak? No, it's the one where he plays in a game called Metal Gear Solid. That's what that one is. Yunako's showing her dominance over Samron, yes. That was a good gif. Those are some good gifs. It's a shame I didn't end up making the video that I wanted to from them. I just don't got time for super massive projects like that. Editing an entire Fire Emblem game playthrough is rough. It's like you kind of want to show everything, but then also there's some chapters that are just extremely boring. So it's like, yeah, you could skip over it, but what if somebody's like, oh, what happened during this? Like, you kind of got to show it. You got to go through the effort for the really boring chapters. Or you just skip over it and hope no one cares. Hmm. 1 hour plus chapters make Effie engage pretty tiring at times. Yeah. Thankfully, the 1 hour plus chapters are only in the later parts of the game. But man, yeah. Some of them are really rough. I don't know exactly what we're going to be doing with our the gameplay setup for the KMU Part 2. But I think we're gonna try to tone down the randomness a little bit so that we don't have Grisses in the late game that have 50 speed and like 40 magic attack with a radiant bow for some reason. We're gonna try to avoid that. We're gonna try to make the stats a little more sensible for the late game. Which does mean that our units will be toned down a little bit as well. Sort of. We'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna test it out. So I think I'm gonna try to at least get to chapter 22. I think that's the one where Gris shows up, or where that Gris shows up, and we'll just do I'll just do a sensibility check on like his stats, and if his stats are too insane, we're gonna tone down the randomization caps a little bit. We might have to implement stat caps again. I don't remember if I said this, but there were no stat caps last time. That's why he had such ridiculous speed. Because he was in a class that had like a 200% speed growth. And he was automatically leveled up to like level 30. Or 35 or something like that. So we just had a ton of speed from all that. Easy difficulty is for losers, but it's also used by people who don't lose brain cells by trying to inch through a map and getting blown up from all angles. Yeah. I also, in the game's defense, I also rushed near the end of our first attempt. I should not have gone into that chapter. Yeah, I should have. Well, I didn't really have much of a choice, to be honest. Because there were other maps that I could use to train up my units, but the randomized classes meant that I couldn't really change them out of their class without potentially making them useless or way weaker. So I was kind of stuck in a bad spot. So that's another thing. We're not going to do random classes again. I'm going to be able to pick what classes each unit becomes. So they will all be stronger, which will make them all higher targets. But that's, another question entirely. Normal or hard in other games is fine then also. I mean, we could not do lunatic difficulty and like try to do a lower difficulty, but that's not the same. And besides, we already spent so much time trying to. We set all of this up on lunatic difficulty. So in the back end, every single character has different stats depending on which difficulty you're on. I think that's mostly used for enemy NPCs, but it also like the recruitable ones. Not recruitable ones, but like enemies in general. But it also applies to your units. So all of our tweaking was on the lunatic unit stats. So we actually can't just swap difficulty easily. You know what happens to dancers though, yeah. If I try to make someone a dancer, they're gonna die immediately. The only units that I would be able to make a dancer, and that I probably will, is gonna be some of the units that can't die. Which we'll go over what some of those are once we actually get there. Hi, Nicholas. Thanks for checking in again. 7 times a whole week now. And 1,500 points? Sorry, 15,000 points? That's not a bad number. For you and the stream channel, Lunatic is fine as planned, but for a non-streamed run, unless you want to break the game in other ways, you lose brain cells, norm/hard is fine. I think it depends on the game, because if you're gonna talk like 3 houses Lunatic, or in this case maddening difficulty, 3 houses maddening is just brutally unfair in the early game especially. And even some of the late game is just brutally unfair to the point where it's not fun. But Engaged Lunatic, I think, is perfectly balanced as a challenge. I don't want to say... it's a hard mode difficulty. It's like perfectly balanced as a hard mode difficulty where once you learn a little bit of the ins and outs, it's actually just fine to play. It's just fun. The only downside is that the end game's a little boring, but that's like its only flaw. You know? I'd hope they keep this up for the next one, but I'm not getting them. I'm not getting the Switch 2, and I'm not getting the next Fire Emblem game. It's just not happening. So, too bad, I guess. Hee. Not actually harder than other numbers. I think you mean it's not actually harder than other entries in the game, right? Or in the series, right? Because yeah, I'd say Engage isn't really that hard. It's just Lunatic has a little bit of a learning curve to it, which is fine, to be honest. I think the only thing that makes Lunatic like really easy is if you use DLC. If you use DLC, Engage is too easy. Switch 2 somehow managed to make itself less desirable than the first Switch, yeah. And there probably won't be a day one flaw that allows you to circumvent all the security on it. Not that it matters, it's not like I'm getting a Gen 1 Switch 2 anyway. I got a Gen 1 Switch 1, and that's how I got my emulator set up. I'm using my own hardware and game cartridges for my emulation. But I'm not even gonna bother doing anything for Switch 2. I mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. This last KMU run is going to be the last, probably the very last Nintendo related content I ever make. I'm not gonna like write that in stone, but to be honest, I feel like doing so. We'll see. I'm talling across the board for FE. It's just giving stats to opponents 90% of time, and apparently the DS Trilogy gives all opponents advantage and other strong abilities. Each of the... I think you're thinking, yeah, some of the... I think Fate's Lunatic does give enemies some really strong abilities. But the big offender for that was, I think, Lunatic Plus and Awakening, where enemies got random skills that were all really overpowered. Like, they would always attack first, or they would always crit, or they would always ignore your defenses, and they'd get like multiple of them, which would make them extremely brutal to fight. And sometimes being able to complete a map comes down to the luck of what the enemy skills get. So yeah, some of the DS games are, I think Awakening and Fates were like the most brutal ones on the Lunatic difficulty. I don't think Echoes, I don't remember hearing that Echoes was that bad by comparison. And Engage, at least, it doesn't just give enemies strong stats, it also changes their AI a little bit and gives them... it adds new, or it changes placements around and adds more enemies. And it did make sure to keep enemies having, certain enemies having specific weaknesses, so you could still work around them easily enough. Engage is pretty well made, especially considering how powerful emblems are. They did a pretty good job at still managing to balance it. And it's not perfect, there are still some things that are really overpowered, but most of it's pretty good. Anyway, have we chatted long enough? Are you tired of listening to me talk about non-girl foot related things? Do you want to get on with it? Get on with the show already, Hatman! Stop stalling for time! Okay, I'll do that. Well, let's go. Okie dokie, gang. Here we are. Hello. Alright. Let's get on to... I clicked the wrong button. Let's get on to Escape from Cyborg. Did I remember to get the game audio in? Did I do that? Which source was it? I did. Okay, cool. It's here. Alright, let's do this thing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things left. And I think this means this is a cutscene, right? Yes, this is a cutscene. No, I don't think it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So one of them is a cutscene. So we really have 4 chapters and a cutscene left. Let's do this thing. And we're starting right off with the, we don't need a healer right now. We're starting right off with this combat, okay. Good job, team. Meki's not able to do anything. Everything's already dead. Oh wait, no, two things live. They're dead now though. That's overkill, but you know, we'll take it. Mekti takes in the defeated enemies all around her and expresses her heartfelt admiration. Some have fallen headfirst into the pit, while others are hanging on the guardrails. Oh, such ruthless firepower, such agility, the ferocity of a one-doll army. Have I pulled an SP version of some SSR unit? You flatter me. I am simply performing my duty. She's even as gentle as Andorus. Isn't she too perfect? Not that there's anything wrong with the actual Andorus. Just leave all the combat to me. Wow, I've been waiting for so long, and someone finally says this to me. This is, indeed, the dependable junior that I've long dreamed of. Oh, not that I'm complaining about the actual Belka and Andorus. Vector looks at Mekti, who is hanging onto Kisk like a rucksack, with a hint of helplessness. Are you planning to make her carry you the whole way? What's the problem? It's not like walking is part of the training. I think a chewing out by Klukai is inevitable at this point, but if she sees you like this through the surveillance recording, it's just a matter of 500 shot drill, or it's just a matter of a 500 shot drill turning into an 800 shot drill. Quantitative change often leads to qualitative change. She might start tormenting you by targeting your precious collection instead. Mekti found her own Lydia. I'm sworn to carry your burdens. Suddenly remembering her large collection of special edition manga and merch, Mekti lets go of Kisk demurely. Kukai is away, but she still stalks me like my own shadow. Alright, let's go and retrieve our loot. Mekti and Vector walk toward the two beams of light not far away. Loot enters their respective inventories in a burst of light. Noticing the problem, the two dolls look up at each other almost at the same time. I think you're right about the deducted loot. We only got back less than half the XP and supplies. Harpsy, have you figured out what's wrong? The camera hovers smoothly next to them, but it makes no response. You're in for a surprise, oh boy. Harpsy? What's going on? We're not in the middle of a cutscene right now, so why are comms being jammed? Vector, this heartbeat or whatever you're talking about, who is it? It's... Vector suddenly realizes that something is terribly wrong. It's Harpsy, imprint model TMP. She repeats the familiar name slowly, but Mekti just stares at her even more blankly. Harpsy? Who's that, a new friend of yours? You don't seem like the type to go making friends with strangers. She doesn't seem to be joking. Making jokes takes way too much effort for Mekti. It's not my imagination. Huh? I'm not imagining this feeling that something is missing. You've been saying some really strange stuff since a while ago. Mekti? Vector interrupts her. Try to disconnect from level 2. Huh? But we're not done yet. Do as I say. Try to disconnect. Sure. After trying multiple times, Mekti looks at Vector in confusion. I can't. What's going on? Either something happened out there, or something's wrong in here. Mekti, remember when I said I had a feeling that something important was missing? I don't think I was imagining it. What did we lose? I don't know what I lost, but you definitely lost something. Vector tells Mekti about Harpsy. But I still can't recall her. The data is lost, so that's not surprising. What matters is how to prevent further data loss. Say, do you think this has anything to do with the deducted loot? Like, every time we die, we can recall fewer and fewer things. And as a result, we lose our own neural.
For a Moonlight reference, just in case.
Dude, if there's a Moonlight Greatsword reference in this, I'm going to scream. Anyway, we can recover fewer and fewer things, and as a result, we lose our own neural data, or something like that. I like how this entire arc is them hollowing. Because this is what happened, this is in canon, what happens in the Dark Souls games when you die too often. You forget who you are and you go hollow. You become a husk, a zombie, basically. You lose everything. What's a Moonlight reference? The Moonlight Greatsword is a weapon from FromSoft games that I believe... I don't remember how early back it can be traced, but FromSoft puts some sort of reference to the Moonlight Greatsword in every single game that they make. Kingsfield? Is Kingsfield the earliest? I could have sworn it was even earlier than Kingsfield. But regardless, yes, they put a Moonlight Greatsword in every single game. And Dark Souls 1 through 3, it is... Actually, I think Dark Souls 2 doesn't call it this. But it is called the Moonlight Greatsword in both of those games. And in Dark Souls 2, I think it's called something else. But it has the same appearance and same general idea of the Moonlight Greatsword. In Bloodborne in the DLC, Ludwig the Accursed uses it against you. In Elden Ring, it is what Rodney gives you. It's the Moonlight Greatsword again. And even in Armored Core 6, there is a weapon that you can equip that has the Moonlight... it's basically a Moonlight Greatsword. In Dark Souls 2, there's a fake and real Moonlight Greatsword too. Yes, the NPC has the fake version. I remember that. I don't remember his name, though. I want to play Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring, yes. There's also... They actually have way more games that have a Moonlight Greatsword in them. Those are just the only ones that I can remember. And also, even Sekiro has one. I'm trying to remember what it was, but I remember it's there. I think the Moonlight Greatsword reference in Sekiro, is it not the Great Dragon's weapon? I know the Great Dragon, the sword that it uses, is based off of a historical Japanese weapon. I don't remember the name of it. But it also has a it's got a blue glow, much like the Moonlight Greatsword. So I'm pretty sure that's the one, although there might have been another one. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I played Sekiro. Maybe I'll have to have a Sekiro stream. That's because I like that game. That game's fun. Need them to make a dating sim game so that you can see the sword there while taking Randy out to dinner. Nah, as funny as that would be, I don't think I don't think FromSoft is the type to go the ironic visual novel route. Frankly, considering their story writing, it'd be interesting seeing how convoluted such a thing would be. Anyway, we're getting distracted. Let's continue. There's no evidence that the two phenomena are related, but it is very likely. Jeez, what kind of horrific bug is this? I almost think that this isn't even like there's in the real world Harpsy is talking about how it could be hacked or something. I'm starting to think that she just did too perfect a job of porting over Dark Souls and accidentally implemented hollowing into the game. I don't know, but from now on, we can't treat this as a game where we have infinite lives. The more we die, the more we lose. What? Then maybe we should just stay where we are and wait for the rescue. That doesn't make sense. It will certainly reduce our chances of getting hurt. But then we'll also be putting all the pressure on Harpsy and the others to solve the problem. Can't be helped. And comms are jammed and we don't even know what's going on out there. Are we really just going to sit here and wait for our doom? I think Mekti would be fine with that. And what ideas have you got? Turning into Superman? Superman. Vector lapses into deep thought. After a while, she tears her eyes away from the weeds growing out of the cracks in the concrete on the roadside. I'm thinking, to end a game, other than breaking the connection by force from outside, maybe beating the game in here is also a solution. But wouldn't that get increasingly risky under these circumstances? I still think it's better to find somewhere safe to hunker down. We have Kisk with us. If this were still your regular training, I'd have a problem with her presence as she is basically helping you cheat. However, she can relieve some of the combat pressure for us in these desperate times. Did I hear an Iron Giant reference as I walk in? Maybe. Obviously, Mekti and Vector need to consume humanity to restore themselves. True! Seeing how they aren't even human, technically, can they actually de-hollow? Good question. I'm curious if these two characters are just going to permanently lose those memories, or if there's going to be a way to restore them once they get back. They should have a backup that they should have a neural backup that they can restore from, so they shouldn't permanently lose anything. Vector glances at Kisk, who is standing behind Mekti. Perhaps because she is standing with her back toward the light, her face is obscured in shadow, and her smile is barely visible. Like a dutiful NPC, she has remained silent throughout the two dolls' conversation. Besides, we still can't be certain if the data loss is caused by dying or something else. The sooner we can exit level 2, the better. There are things even you don't want to forget, right? Mekti purses her lips and tears at her hair in frustration. Then she lets out a sigh. Alright, I meant to complete the training anyway. Having you talk to me so earnestly instead of just yelling feels pretty unsettling. You prefer Klukai's method? Huh? No way! Why would you have such dangerous thoughts? Are you sure you don't? Of course not. You can't be more wrong. Beat the game? Yeah, let's go then. It'd suck if Klukai deletes all the anime that I've saved at the outpost. That would suck. I would have to be mad at Klukai forever if she deleted Mekti's anime, okay? I just want that on the record. Oh, so hi, Dr. Raptor. I didn't say hi earlier. The satellite city streets in their memory were at least somewhat orderly. But here, large chunks of broken crystal pipes are scattered everywhere. Uprooted sidewalk slabs reveal barren yellow sand beneath, and as they walk along, the view looks no different from the yellow zones. We'll reach the research institute once we cross this district. I can speak.
Mekti totally doesn't like the verbal abuse. Baka.
Baka. I like that. That was a good... Wow, it looks as if Ultraman and some monster had a brawl here. We're quite close to the ground zero of the arterial crystal pipe explosion, and the high concentration of collapse radiation attracted many invaders and elids, so this place practically got razed to the ground. In other words, there could be a lot of enemies lurking about. We can't afford to be careless. That's true. We can deal with anything unexpected better if we proceed in an inverted triangle formation. I can take the rear. Don't let her do this! This is Patches! She's an invader. She's gonna kill you! No, you lead the way in front. Mekti and I will cover the rear and flanks.
INB4 Golden Bat reference.
I don't get Golden Bat reference, I don't think anyway. But I believe you. Understood. It's here, oh no. Kisk nods demurely and walks ahead with her weapon held at the ready. You seem wary of her. An NPC that can accurately analyze the current situation, choose between remaining silent and talking freely with the players, and can also make tactical suggestions? She's basically a fully sentient doll. Are the support characters in the games you play so advanced? Nope. They could be. I don't really remember. Nope. You mustn't let down your guard around her just because of her strong resemblance to Andorus. Besides, she is completely different from Andorus. She's actually good at her job. Just kidding, Andorus isn't bad, she's just clumsy. Oh, tell me about it. Unlike Andorus, she's insanely strong in combat. It would be so much easier to tell her apart if her personality is significantly different from the real deal. Just like Rushi in that number 90. I've been meaning to ask, is this Rushi my teammate? Oh no. Mekti's eyes, which she can barely keep open most of the time, widen in shock. Rushi, you don't remember? Not only she's your teammate, she's also your best friend. Best friend. Corkscrew Twin Tails, always twittering by your side. And, what else? I don't really know the story between you two. Vector racks her neural cloud, but she can't find any trace of the name. In her incomplete neural logs, someone runs over with a recruitment brief full of red crosses. The same person calls out to her through the thick glass when she is soaked in corrosive liquid. But the person's face is utterly blank. Stop not knowing old heroes. I'm assuming this is what you're talking about, Vector not remembering her best friend. And yeah, I get that. That's pretty tragic. I hope she can get her memory back once they get out of here, please. I don't really know Vector that well, but this would hurt. This would break my heart. There's more. Dear God. Vector freezes in bewilderment. No. I only found some broken memory fragments. Mekti glances uneasily at the camera that has been following them in silence and awkwardly tries to comfort Vector. It's gonna be fine. Once we get out of here, we can reload our neural backups. Yes, please! Boom! Uh-oh. Ever seen the anime Plastic Memories? I've heard of it. I think I remember that it is really sad. I don't remember much else about it, though. A building ahead of them collapses all of a sudden, emitting a deafening noise. A long-haired girl emerges from the swirling dust. She stumbles in this direction, followed by invaders that are chasing her relentlessly. Help! Multiple enemy targets spotted ahead at 1 o'clock. Exact number unknown. They are moving towards us at high speed. Engage in 8 seconds. Hold on, that's... Worry about that later. Prepare for battle. Long hair. Who could it be now? Is it Klukai? He's got long hair. GG. It's alright now, there are no more invaders. Kisk gives the Karen girl a gentle squeeze on the shoulder. The girl, obviously very shaken, is still trembling all over. Above her head is a name tag that reads 416. Trying to remember who forced. I know this, I'm just drawing a blank. Oh well, I'll remember in a second. Vector, I'm not reading this wrong, am I? Her name is indeed 416, not you're dreaming or you've gone blind, right? You're reading it right. Yeah. Okay, I was right. I was like, isn't that Clue Guy? Yes, it is. She's crying? 416 cranes her neck and starts bawling. Fat tears roll down from her eyes. Her usually cold and haughty face now looks almost pitiful. I know it's not the real deal, but it sure is impactful. I didn't expect to run into another new NPC so close to the research institute. The two dolls walk up to 416. Is it 416 or 416? Either way, who suddenly jumps to her feet and grabs Mekti. Whoa! I almost forgot. My sister! Please save my sister, I beg you. What sister? Wow, my arm's gonna fall off. Over here, follow me. She better not be Patches. She better not kick Mekti off of a ledge. I'd be so pissed. 416, let's go with Mekti and runs 416, okay. I thought so. I need to just remember things better. Like, I swear I knew it was 416, but I doubted myself. Have self-confidence. 416, let's go with Mekti and runs back in the direction she has come from. Sheesh, her personality is different, alright, but she's still got the same monstrous strength. Hurry, we're going after her. It is surprising that there are still such well-preserved houses in the city. There's even a sofa. Mekti, immediately drawn to the sofa near the entrance like a nail to a magnet, collapses into it. Kisk follows them into the house and stands quietly in the corner. So soft, so comfy. It doesn't quite compare to my beanbag sofa, but it gives the couch in the lounge a run for its money. Come, Vector, savor this hard-earned moment of tender coziness. No, get up. We've got a job to do. If you mean the cutscene, you handle it. I'm very sleepy. Let me. She can go to sleep even on level 2? Vector shakes her head in mild disbelief and walks up to 416, who is now by a bed in the room. She has to admit that the calm and quiet atmosphere...
King soft.
She has to admit that the calm and quiet atmosphere here is quite relaxing and so fucking hot. Soft. She decides not to bother waking Mekti. That's a Freudian slip. Big sis, are you okay? Don't scare me. As Vector approaches the bed, 416 unfreezes and starts crying piteously. while holding the hand of the person lying on the bed, who happens to be Belka? Oh, that's not what I was expecting. That's funny. The one lying on the bed with her eyes closed, I don't think so. And her face pale is none other than Belka. With the name tag above her head reads Grr G28. I'm gonna call you Grr for the rest of this. Hearing 416's voice, she musters her strength and opens her eyes just a crack. Big sis, you're badly injured. I tried to find you some medicine in the research institute, but I ran into invaders. These people saved me. You... Don't talk, big sis. Excuse me, do you have any medicine with you? How the turntables have turned. Gerd G28 was a GFL1 name. Nice to see it again. Yeah. I have noticed that some of these, I'm assuming, are their girlfriend 1 names. For those that have it. I think Andorus is new. So I think her name is just her imprint name. Oh, I mean, I guess they're all just their imprint names. But you know what I mean. The watery green eyes turn to Vector, and she suddenly understands how Mekti feels. Impactful indeed. Under 416's imploring gaze, Vector taps her watch and gives her a healing potion. Thank goodness. Big sis, they have medicine. I'll give you some right away. She tries to prop Gur up from the bed, but she may have aggravated her wounds, as Gur starts coughing violently. Big sis, are you alright? Mekti's not asleep! So noisy, what's going on? Mekti sits up on the sofa and rubs her eyes. She looks over at the bed. That's Belka? She rubs her eyes again. Lukai is holding Belka in her arms. They're both NPCs. I know, but Klukai is bawling, clinging to Belka. No way! I don't care if it's real or not. I've got to capture this absolute masterpiece. Where's my terminal? Mekti pats herself down frantically, but then she remembers she's on level 2. So she taps on her watch. Oh, there's a screen cap and recording feature. 416 dresses Gur's wounds lightly. Gur finally directs her attention to Vector. You have my gratitude. May I know who you are? A, we are guardians. Vector reads out the only option she's given. We are guardians. Guardians, you say? Big sis, don't get so worked up. I'm fine, I'm okay. Allow me to introduce myself. 416 and I are both researchers at the National Research Institute's number 3 laboratory. I was in charge of the project to convert collapse crystals into crystal energy. You could say we're the ones responsible for the crystal pipe explosion. Big sis. I've always known that crystal energy is not completely clean. Moreover, the safety of the crystal pipes is also very unstable, but we yielded to the authorities. Not only did we not put a stop to the experiment on crystal energy, we even pushed it, little by little, to the point of no return. Vector recalls TMP, whom they have both met earlier, and draws the mental connection. Fortunately, we have a remedy. 416 used her own funds to develop a substance that can completely purify collapse particles, the purification solution. Purification solution? That must be the secret weapon that number 90 talked about. Yeah, it makes sense. We've stockpiled a certain amount of purification solution in the Institute's laboratory. We just need to put the solution into the diffuser in the Institute's launch center, and we can purify the city. Kiln of the first flame. The problem is, the launch center was destroyed, and the automatic security system within the Institute was activated, so we can't get through. However, the Ruina Crystallis at airbase is in the northeast corner of the city. There's a helicopter there with a diffusion device installed on its tail. If you load it with the solution and fly around the city, you can also complete the purification. Zone map, Ruina Crystal Airbase, obtained. This is it. Mekti, this is how we clear the game. It's Vector, it's never that simple. It's like Dark Souls Code Vein Remnant from the Ashes all over again. What did you just call me? Bang. What? Andrus, you... A gunshot erupts from behind. Like a slow-motion scene in a movie, Vector watches as a bullet burrows out of her chest, passes through Gur's forehead, and leaves a black crater on the wall. The shot NPC seems utterly unfazed. She continues to rattle off with the pre-written script with great emotion despite the bullet hole on her head and the continuous gunfire. But Vector can no longer hear what she's saying. She turns around with great difficulty, only to see a smiling Kisk with her gun raised, and Mekti, who has flattened herself on the sofa in terror. Mekti, run. But Vector... Orbs of faint light appear where Vector has fallen. Mekti knows that they are Vector's dropped items. What is the outside world like? Show me. More. Kisk stretches out her hand, and the lights fly into her palm like birds returning to their nest. You bitch! The figure, immersed in light, begins to transform, little by little. Andrus's illuminated face is as calm and serene as ever, but the color of the hair by her ears starts fading. Her body also droops like melted wax, and then it looks almost as if a pair of invisible hands... Patches! I knew it!
Orange Judge.
I knew it was him!
Underscore Orange Judge. Underscore Orange Judge. Underscore Orange Judge.
I knew. You thought you could hide from me? Patches! I'd still forgive him, though. He gives good items. Her body also droops like melted wax, and then it looks almost as if a pair of invisible hands are gently lifting her up and resculpting her. Oh, Jesus. After the light has faded, she appears before Mekti like a patchwork portrait, with all the colors and characteristics of the different 404 members. Not enough. Not enough at all. No. Who exactly are you? Don't like this name. It sounds like a tool. I want my own name. A new name to mark a new life, isn't that right? Who the hell are you? That's right, your name is Mekti. Mekti, it means dream. An eerie smile creeps across that uncanny patchwork face. I was born out of your memories, your dreams. You can call me Koshmar. Koshmar, you bitch! I would have laughed if she just said Patches. I'm a patchwork of your memory. You can call me Patches. That would have been, as the kids would say, peak fiction. Remotely controlling the terminal in the training room, Dyer checks the code of the module and plug in row by row. Harpsy also nervously keeps her eyes glued to the terminal screen, not daring to relax at all. Meanwhile, Rushi and Wellroad are keeping a close eye on the situation on level 2 at the surveillance monitor. What should we do? Vivi doesn't remember me anymore. The data loss is only temporary. Once she's out of there and re-downloads her neural backup, she will be the same old Vector. I know, but it still hurts that Vivi is treating me like a total stranger. Tears are a sign of your incompetence. If you keep crying, you will only put more pressure on Harpsy and Deer. I'm sorry. At last, movement can be heard from the terminal nearby. There's no virus at all. I was right! How can that be? The problem is the highly intelligent creative AI that you implanted. Its deep learning ability allows it to continuously read. Did you put horny the moment Dyer showed up on screen? The wife is pregnant. No, go back. I want to see the replay. I'm pretty sure you only horny belled after Deer was on screen and Wellroad was off. I mean, fair enough. He's such a handsome fella after all. I'm delayed, or you know that. You delayed too much. You must be in dire straits. Anyway, that creative AI doll you implanted, its deep learning ability allows it to continuously read doll's neural data and continuously improve its own framework autonomously. It has now concluded its first cycle of self-completion. Compare its current base code with what was originally written. Isn't it much more complex? It does seem to be the case. That's why you couldn't find this so-called virus. Freaking hell, the creative AI is artificial intelligence. Dolls are also artificial intelligence. You put two AIs into a single vessel. Are you trying to teach them what survival of the fittest means? It didn't occur to me. Never mind. According to my speculation, the goal of this AI is probably to seize their neural clouds and take control of their frames. If this continues, I'm afraid it will backhack the main control system sooner or later. When that happens, not only will their data be at risk, but so will yours. Huh. So it's just a pathetic usurper. Now that we know what we're dealing with, we just have to launch an EW attack to wrestle the control back from her, and Bob's your uncle. It's not that simple. This AI has already merged with Mechti's and Vector's neural clouds to a certain extent by seizing their neural data. Even if we manage to wrestle the control back from her, remnants of the AI's data will still stick around in their neural clouds. If we don't do a thorough job of getting rid of the AI, they'll basically be walking time bombs. Is there no other way? Bear ponders in silence for a long while on the screen. There is a way, but it's incredibly risky. I can't make the decision alone. The door slides open with a whoosh, followed by a set of angry footsteps. I follow Klukai into the room. Yep, I knew it. Eyeing the floorboards that she has just stomped over with concern. Klukai, Commander, what are you? We were gone for just a few hours and you've already created a gigantic mess for us to come back to? Our eyes sweep fiercely over everyone present before finally settling on Deer on the screen. Solution, stop wasting time. All right, here's the solution. Send everyone. Meanwhile, on level 2, if I respawn at the save point, a dozen invaders are outside, staring hungrily at Vector in the phone booth. Oh no. She checks her inventory and sighs at all the empty slots and her pitiful amount of ammo. I'll get swarmed the moment I step outside. I won't be able to save even myself, let alone Mechti. On my own, I am utterly useless. Don't say that! Bang, bang, bang! Bang, bang, bang! I love you, kitchen gut! Intense gunfire interrupts Vector's moping. She watches as the invaders outside are shot in the head one by one. The area around the phone booth is cleared in no time. Vivi, are you alright? Sorry, it took us so long to get here. A girl with corkscrew twin tails throws herself at the door of the phone booth, scarring Vector by squishing her face right up against the glass. You arrived right on time. Good thing you haven't lost the ability to make sound judgment. I'm glad you didn't just rush out to take on these invaders and let them give you a thorough beatdown. It's safe now. Come on out. With a frown, Vector opens the door and exits the phone booth. She dodges Rushi's flying tackle and makes her way over to Harpsy. Harpsy wrings her hands nervously. But Vector, are you okay? You seem to be the real Harpsy. How did you get in here? Vivi! Huh, ignoring me, eh? Looks like our almighty team leader has lost her memory of more than one teammate. You're right. I can't bring up any data regarding the two of you in my neural cloud. Vivi, you don't remember Wellrod either? Never mind. We're here precisely to resolve this problem. Wellrod looks at Harpsy, who was standing next to Vector. With a nod, Harpsy tells Vector everything in a soft murmur. So, Dyer's recommendation is to defeat that AI, take what she drops, and recover the data I've lost. At the same time, I must clear the game to put an end to this endless cycle of dying and respawning, correct? That's it. Dyer has already obtained certain permissions and will help us by using cheat codes. The limit on the stamina bar has been removed. Oh, yes, let's go, Dyer! You don't realize how overpowered having unlimited stamina is in a Souls game until you have unlimited stamina in a Souls game. This is way too risky. It wouldn't be such a big deal if it was just me and Mechti, but now you're putting yourself in danger too. Vivi, how could you say that? What do you mean? It wouldn't be such a big deal if it was just you and Mechti. You're very important. You're our very important companion and the leader of us, Team B. Unlimited mana too. Yeah. That's right, us. Without you, it wouldn't be us anymore. You? Vector looks at Rushi and finds herself speechless. I really don't have any memory of what you're saying. That's okay, I'll help you recover it. I can't recall anything at the moment, but I have a feeling. You must be someone whom I know really well. Rushi freezes for a moment, but then she beams. Yep. Alright, enough catching up. Now don't be so pessimistic. Now that the high and mighty team leader is here, we may actually stand a chance. High and mighty team leader? You don't mean... Elsewhere, Mekti, who has been frantically avoiding Koshmar's pursuit, is cowering inside a concrete drainage pipe. Damn! You can't find me, you can't find me, you can't find... All of a sudden, a shadowy figure leans into the pipe. Eep! Mekti is so terrified her neurocloud is on the verge of shutting down. Once she makes out who it is, she lets out a sigh of relief. Oh, it's you, fake Glukai. This fake Glukai is looking at her with wide, pitiful eyes. Oh, this is gonna be a cute scene, I think. Unimpressed, Mekti shrinks back and waves her hand at her, as if she was shooing away a puppy. Go away, you OOC weirdo. You're gonna make me get caught by that Frankenstein. If only Tyrant Glukai were here. She would kill the Frankenstein, easy peasy. Hey, why are you pulling me? I'm not going out there. Follow me, I know a safer place. Is she playing along? Huh? A monstrously strong hand grabs Mekti and pulls her out of the pipe. Mekti is getting a bit disoriented. Am I still in a cutscene? Maybe Koshmar is just a boss, and the NPC is now taking me to some safe house so that I can regenerate or something. It's much safer here. Before she can react, her view is suddenly turned upside down. She feels herself being thrown headfirst into a cramped space. Ow, that hurts! What? What do you think? Did you feel right at home in this trash can? She's done playing around. Fake Glukai lifts her chin. The face that looked so pitiful just a second ago is now full of disdain. This just reminds me, I don't know why, this just reminds me of that one I don't think it's Amazing Spider-Man. That one Spider-Man comic where I think it was, who was it that took over Spider-Man's body? I think it was Doc Ock, I think it was. And at the end of it, when Peter Parker gets his body back, he throws a jab at the Green Goblin. The Green Goblin goes, "It's who knew his body was taken over." He goes, "It's the real you."
Insert filthy Frank line about trash.
Know your fucking place, trash. Fake Glukai lifts her chin. The face that looked so pitiful just a second ago is now full of disdain. Hold on, that tone. So the OOC NPC is now also getting OOC. He's actually resembling the original character more? This is getting a bit confusing. Mekti! It's the real deal. Glukai! Stay away from me. You're filthy. You just put her in the trash can! With a look of disgust, Glukai shoves a hand into Mekti's face to stop her incoming embrace. Level 2 is all simulated anyway. The filth isn't real. You're sullying my visual model. Be nicer to Mekti. Such familiar and comforting mockery. Whatever you say. Now that I think about it, why are you here? What about the commission? The client canceled the mission on short notice, so I came back. What else was I supposed to do? Visit the Yellow Zone with the commander, enjoy the collapse storm? I just didn't expect to receive a huge surprise while on my way back. Glukai sneers coldly. Mekti gulps despite having no saliva. Is there smell vision in this front soul? It would seem. Also, hi, Vel. Let me explain. I just wanted to explore a new way of training. I will give you plenty of time to explain.
Again, she's totally not into it. Baka.
Baka. I love that. I'll give you plenty of time to explain, but not now. Her tone implies that this is far from over. We take care of that distasteful Frankenstein first. I won't let that chimera of an AI make your already dumb neurocloud even dumber and give you an excuse for your future dumb shenanigans. Be nicer to Mekti! Is this communicator secure? Fire said he set up an encrypted comms channel that the AI won't be able to tap, so it should be secure. Oh, it's connected. Mekti, can you hear? If you had called any later, I would have counted you out. See you at the save point. Put someone with a fully functional language module on the line. She's so mean. Harpsy promptly shoves the communicator into Vector's hand. Fukai, it's me, Vector. Let's cut straight to the chase. Have they briefed you on the situation? Yes, I'm all caught up. Eliminate the AI, recover our neural data, clear the game, and end the cycle. It's crucial that you follow that exact order. If you clear the game first, you won't be getting back any of the stolen data. I suggest you obtain that purification solution first so that you can clear the game right after killing the AI, thus minimizing the time between those two steps and reducing the risk of having the plan derailed. Understood. Boom! Before she can finish, the sound of a building exploding and collapsing can be heard from the other end of the line. Ah, Fukai, Koshmar's coming. Why are you screaming your head off? Is your gun a prop? Koshmar? That Frankenstein gave herself a name that means nightmare. What a joke. I'm gonna turn this into her nightmare. Yeah, beat her at! Fierce gunfire erupts from the communicator, interwoven with piercing, anguished screams. The voice sounds somewhat familiar. Ah! Don't just stand there, run! How are things on your end? The Frankenstein keeps coming after us. Need us to come back you up? Did you not understand what I said? Vector, take your team B and get your hands on the purification solution. Mekti and I can keep Koshmar busy. Klukai, invaders ahead! Shut up and shoot. Vector? Understood. I'll be sure to complete the mission. A three-dimensional image of the Research Institute building is displayed on the screen of Vector's watch. According to the topographic map and intelligence provided by Dyer, the Institute's security protocol has been fully activated, but more than 75% of the building is damaged, so there are plenty of poorly defended openings. The west garage where we are right now is one of them. Have you got an entry route? I have planned 3 routes based on the distance, time, and number of enemies we will encounter. I personally recommend Route C, which is to go along the outer edge of the west corridor to the exterior to Zone Z, where there is a gap where the wall was busted open. Unfortunately, we will have to deal with an enemy at the top of the building that is going to fire tree trunk-sized arrows at us from a gigantic bow. After entering Zone Z from the gap, we turn right and travel for 200 meters, at which point we will come across an air raid passage that goes all the way down. We follow the air raid passage down to level LG10. Crawl along the ventilation duct there to the 5th window, and we will arrive right above the laboratory where the solution is stored. What's your reason for choosing this route? It's relatively safe. It's a little convoluted, but the defenses along this route are the weakest. We may run into security droids on patrol near the gap leading into Zone Z, but that's it. As for the patrols within the lab, the enemies are in the open while we have the advantage of surprise, so they pose no threat at all. Belrod plants a hand on her hip, looking the very picture of confidence. A thin passage with several large bows. DS1 anyone? Exactly! Well, Rod, yes? You don't have to keep reiterating the loss of your neural data. No, I just think that you're capable of making detailed plans and have a commanding presence. You're more of a team leader than me. Huh? Please don't say that. You're great too, Vivi. There's no need to spare my feelings. I'm merely stating facts. However, you haven't considered a potential problem. Oh, go on then. Vector points at herself. You? Well, Rod can't help but show us a hint of surprise. Since I lack sufficient information on both you and Rushi, it is impossible for me to assign roles and coordinate effectively based on your strengths and weaknesses. So I'd like to hand over command of this operation to you. You mean I'm to be the team leader? You're a more suitable candidate under these circumstances. Despite the data loss, Vector appears much more certain than usual. Is there a problem? Surely this shouldn't be a challenge for you. Challenge or not, I will fulfill my responsibility. Following the entry route planned by Wellrod, Team B successfully reaches the ventilation duct just above the lab. and they did not get knocked off by a gigantic tree trunk-sized arrow. They peer into the lab through the cracks of the vent. The room is unoccupied. Only a handful of equipment is still running and making some rickety noise. No enemy units in sight. No sign of the target item either. Once we're in there, Harpsy and Rushi will search for the solution. Make sure your respective search areas don't overlap. Vector and I will keep moving and be on the lookout. Roger that. The 4 dolls into the laboratory through the vent. As Vector gets a better look on the layout of the lab, a certain fragmented scene flashes by quickly in her neural cloud. So wait, this isn't in Orlando? What if there's an enemy on this map that's basically just Snorlax and Pikachu? Vivi, what's wrong? Rushi asks, sensing her hesitation. This scene feels oddly familiar. Like I've been here before. Familiar? Oh, you mean the simulation training we did this morning? It does look a bit similar, but there's no hostage to be rescued this time. Simulation training? Have you also lost this part of your memory? You almost got into a big fight with Velrod because you didn't stick to the operation plan. Ahem. You can leave out the superfluous information. Velrod, who was standing guard nearby, suddenly coughed loudly. Have you found the solution?
Will Lord and Skitty combine too?
Shut up! If I had a horny bell, I would ring it right now, but I still haven't set up my stream deck. Guys, I think I've got it. Harpsy calls out from one end of the laboratory. Next to her is an opened electronic cabinet with glass jars filled with green liquid neatly stacked inside. Which one? Wow, that's great. Just then, the alarm starts blaring. The door is blown right off its hinges, and a large number of security droids surge in. Enemy targets spotted. They spotted us. Find cover. The group takes cover behind a large piece of equipment as bullets rain down like a torrential storm, slamming into the machine with a deafening roar. Seizing the brief moment where the enemies are reloading, Wilrod peeks out from behind cover with her riot shield. However, after only a few shots, she is forced back under another hail of bullets. Damn it! The enemy units in the game can actually share information with each other. The approaching enemies give her no time to finish her sentence. Other than Harpsy, who is protecting the solution, the other 3 dolls desperately fight to keep the enemies contained within the barricade. There's no end to these droids! What if I draw their fire and you guys make a run for it through the vent? No! That would be certain death for you. And quite frankly, you alone would be able to stall them long enough for all of us to make it safely through the vent. Then think of another way. We can't do this all day. Our only choice is to clear a path with grenades and charge through the main entrance. The weight in Welrod's hand is suddenly gone. When she looks up, Vector has already grabbed her riot shield and charged out of cover. What are you doing, Vector? The enemies instantly shift their aim and unleash a relentless barrage toward Vector. Make for the vent! Rushi, Harpsy, get the solution safely out of here. If you don't see us after more than 10 minutes, get to the airbase on your own. Velrod grabs a discarded metal plate from the ground and holds it up in front of her. But what about you? It's just a game. Dying once is no big deal. Then, she sprints toward Vector without a second thought. Why did you act without permission? I'm the team leader here. Boom. A thunderous explosion drowns out all other sounds. Several culture tanks in the laboratory shatter on impact, sending torrents of incubation fluid surging out, knocking over every security droid. Velrod loses her footing and nearly falls, but Vector, who has anticipated this, catches her firmly. Go! Velrod is so cool, isn't she? Yeah, Vector is pretty cool, huh? From the corner of her eye, Velrod spots Rushi and Harpsy already crawling into the ventilation duct. Without hesitation, Vector grabs Velrod's hand and pulls her toward the exit of the lab. So, you actually had a plan. Sorry, I know it was risky, but it was an opportunity that I had to seize. No, I should be the one to apologize. Huh? You'll understand what I mean when you have your neural data back. More sporadic gunshots can be heard from behind them. Looks like your culture fluid cannons didn't get rid of all the vermin. Man, Damn, that's a lot of enemies that are all gonna die in one turn because they're all grouped up together like idiots. Boom. Boom. Vroom vroom. And there's the rest of them. Wah, wah, wah.
Wow, what a lot of enemies. It'd sure be a shame if we had a doll that killed enemies faster when they're close together.
Yeah, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Having successfully acquired the purification solution and withdrawn from the research institute, Team B is now moving towards the northeastern corner of Runa Crystallis under the cover of night as quickly as they can. Harpsy, can you contact Mekti and Klukai? The comms channel is still online, but nobody is answering. Keep the line open. Okay. Harpsy sends another comms request. Unlike before, when her requests were met with nothing but a long, tedious dial tone, the call is answered almost instantly. Oh, they died. This is Harpsy. We've secured the purification solution and are heading toward the Runa Crystallis airbase. Purification solution? Oh, it's you! Koshmar, you bit! Since the signal is unstable, the speaker's face isn't shown on screen. But the voice belongs to neither Klukai nor Mekti. I see, I see. Wait for me. I'll be right there. Beep, beep, beep. The call is terminated. Harpsy looks over at Vector in alarm. That was neither Klukai nor Mekti. It could only be Koshmar. Then Mekti and Klukai must be in big trouble. It's pretty obvious from the call that Koshmar is on her way to do us in. Even Klukai couldn't beat her, so what chances do we... Calm down. Worst case, she defeated Klukai and Mekti. But as long as we haven't cleared the game, the respawn cycle won't end. Once they respawn, they'll come to back us up, so don't worry too much about them. There were just the two of them, so they couldn't even utilize basic team formation. Their defeat was hardly unexpected. Now that we're all here, as long as we stay on our toes, defeating Koshmar isn't entirely impossible. That's right. Besides, that's just the worst case scenario. What if things went down better than we're assuming? Has the amnesia actually cured your paranoia? Say, maybe you should stay like this. Vector shakes her head. Whether it does me any good or not, I need to recover all my memories of you. I don't want to misplace any of it. I was just joking, don't take it so seriously. She was taking it somewhat seriously. Why is there such an enviable sense of rapport between the two of you now? What happened between you two? Oh, nothing. Put a lid on your pointless curiosity. Look, Vivi, is that the helicopter that is that Gur mentioned? A battered military helicopter sits on the small tarmac. A rectangular device is hanging from its tail. That should be it. Inspect the engine first. Make sure it is fit to fly. Okay. Rushi climbs into the cockpit to inspect it. After a quick check, she hops back down. The engine's in good condition, and there's plenty of fuel. The helicopter even has an autopilot function. Though the two managed to dodge the attack in time, the helicopter is now riddled with bullet holes in an instant. Oh my, did I miss? The girl, hovering midair, lowers the gun in her hands, but the 7 guns floating around her remain trained on Vector and Rushi. How can she control so many guns all at once? Hang on, is she wielding my PP-90? Next time, I'll take better aim, okay? Give me all of your data, please. That way, I will be complete. Her voice is undoubtedly that of a young girl, yet it is light and airy, with an upward lilt tinged with mockery. Vector stares at her for a while, then she lets out a chuckle. Huh. Why are you laughing? No wonder Klukai called you
It's
Frankenstein.
Evil. Why cute?
True. Frankenstein? Your appearance, weapons, everything about you stems from Mekti's and my neural data on the 8 of us. Vector shows no fear of her weapons. She paces before Koshmar with deliberate ease. Still hovering midair, Koshmar follows Vector's movement and turns her body slowly. Even if you read all of our neural data and sees our frames, you will never be perceived as a complete doll or a new Koshmar. You are just an amalgamation of patchwork parts. You don't even actually exist, let alone have the ability to be complete. I don't exist? I will never be complete? Now you stupid bitch. Well run! All of a sudden, Vector ducks down and the sharp crack of gunfire erupts from behind Koshmar. Bullets tear through her limbs and abdomen. Caught off guard, Koshmar immediately flies up to dodge the attack from behind. When she turns and spots Wellrod and Harpsy firing at her from behind the helicopter, her face instantly contorts into fury. You ambushed me! Just reciprocating the curiosity. Just reciprocating the courtesy you showed to our friends. I want to have my own frame, like the rest of you. I want to experience the outside world. I can have my own data. All this data, it's all me. Koshmar lets out an anguished shriek. The floating guns around her start spinning and firing wildly in all directions. Spread out. Amidst the chaos, a stray bullet strikes the purification solution that had been strapped to Harpsy's arm, sending the glass container tumbling. The fluorescent green liquid instantly catches Koshmar's attention. The purification solution. She halts her reckless barrage and aims her gun at the container. Oh no!
Frame? We can give them Ember.
I wouldn't mind that if you know what I mean. Vector lunges to shield the container, but Koshmar has already pulled the trigger, and the bullet shoots straight toward Vector's head. Vivi, look out! Oh no! The loud noise is followed by a dreadful silence. Shut up! Vector opens her eyes. The glass container in her arms is intact, and she isn't met with the dreaded "You died" text. Then that gunshot. Holy shit, what kind of ultimate kill stealer are you? You even managed to hit an airborne bullet. What? Starting for tomorrow, you're adding 200 shots to your dynamic target practice. I was complimenting you, ow! Hearing the familiar voices coming from behind, Vector turns and sees Klukai land gracefully after vaulting over the railing, alongside a stumbling Mechty. Vivi, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Vector grips the container tightly, her fingers still trembling. If you're okay, then get up right now. The fight isn't over yet. It's time to auto battle. Yippee! That's a lot of guns. She's clipping into the ground. Well, you know as they say. She is kind of cute. In a slime sort of way. Anyway, goodbye. Look at that damage! They stability broke her, but who cares? Stop, stop! They're already dead! Oh my god! Oh my god, they're all gonna explode! No, god! It's over! We didn't even get all 4 units to go! Koshmar cannot withstand the combined firepower of the 6 dolls. The floating guns around her are shattered one by one. At last, she can hold out no longer. She plummets from midair, hitting the ground with a brutal thud, then becomes motionless. Klukai steps forward, firing a couple of rounds into her body, just to be sure. After confirming no further movement, she signals the others, and one by one, they emerge from cover. Is it over? But the helicopter got shot in a Swiss cheese. What do we do now? Well, Rod, Rushi, go check the status of the helicopter. If it's not usable, check the other aircraft. No way this helicopter is the only functional aircraft on the entire air base. There's actually a distinct possibility. Ow! Why did you hit me? Why'd you bonk me on the head? Shut up already. Go with Vector and recover your neural data. Koshmar will be back after she respawns. Haven't we destroyed all the nearby save points while we were on our way here? she won't get here that soon. If you think you can escape your punishment in reality, you're being delusional. Any more procrastination will only double the punishment. Mekti pouts and shuffles closer to Kashmar. Strange. Why can't I recover? Whoa! Kashmar, who has been lying motionless on the ground, suddenly lifts her head. Mekti yelps and jumps back in fright. But Kashmar ignores Mekti entirely. Instead, she turns and bolts toward Vector, who is holding the purification solution, her movement swift and her intent crystal clear. Rushi and Welrod, who have been inspecting the helicopter nearby, are drawn to the commotion by Mekti's startled cry. Klukai and Vector are the first to react. Without hesitation, they draw their guns and open fire on Kashmar. A fresh burst of bullets completely severs Kashmar's already dangling left arm, but she doesn't even flinch. With her still functional right hand, she brushes against a shadowy, decorative mark on the side of her right thigh. Electronic currents crackle around her. Then, with a flash of white light that illuminates the darkness, the shadow solidifies into a drawn blade. Without slowing, she lunges at Vector with the weapon. Is this the Moonlight Greatsword? It has to be. A white light that illuminates the darkness? Like, you know, the moon? She's got the Moonlight Greatsword! Oh no! What are we gonna do? Not fair, it's not fair! If I'm stuck here, you're not leaving either! Crap. There's no time to dodge. The raised blade gleams coldly under the moonlight! Yes! They actually did it! Let's go! Bang! A small figure suddenly barrels into Kashmar from the side, knocking her away from Vector. Vector immediately ceases firing, but not before a stray bullet strikes the body of Kashmar's assailant. You. Kashmar instinctively.
It's the Moonlight Greatsword.
It's the Moonlight Greatsword. It's here. Kashmar instinctively clamps down on the doll who has crashed into her, and in the struggle, her blade veers slightly before plunging downward with full force. No! Mekti! Damn it! This is supposed to be a game. So why does it hurt like a bitch? Mekti collapses like a marionette with its strings cut, her form dissolving into scattered fragments of light. No! Gosh darn it! The nearest save point is so far away. Guess I'm not coming back. Vector, I'll be waiting for you in the future. The light completely fades away. Don't just stand there. Attack! Shoot her to bits! At Klukai's sharp command, another hail of bullets rain down on Kashmar. Bullets tear through and riddle her body. As Klukai gives the final order, Kashmar's body gradually breaks apart into smaller and smaller fragments. I know, excellent acting, me. Kashmar's anguished screams fade, and at the same time, the fragments of her body begin to glow. Stop. The dolls cease their attack. The broken pieces dissolve, unraveling into delicate threads of light that peel away from Kashmar's remain. VA Ori is top tier. Thank you. The strands unravel faster and faster, until wisps of soft, luminescent blue surge into the air, forming a vast ocean of light above the base. Part of the glowing tide drifts into the distance, while the rest rushes straight toward Vector, flowing into her body. The waves of light flood Vector's mind. She can't help but bend forward, sinking to her knees. In front of her, 4 hands overlap. Following the arms upward, she sees familiar features begin to take shape on 2 once blank faces. The fragments have returned to their rightful place. My neural data. Vector looks up toward the sky. There is no more trace of Kashmar. The members of Team B rush up to her. Vivi, how do you feel? That what? Have you regained your memory? It's okay. We've still got our neural backups. Vector breathes in deeply and takes Rushi's and Welrod's hands. Hand-holding! I got everything back. I'm just a bit disoriented. Thank goodness. Rushi embraces Vector tightly. Welrod and Harpsy also look visibly relieved. Does anyone remember there's a second phase in our operation? If you want to fight Frankenstein again, by all means, keep the group bonding session going. Oh right, we have more important things to do. Rushi hastily lets go of Vector. Vivi, I just checked with Wellrod. Even though the helicopter got shot full of holes, it's still functional. Even the autopilot still works. How the hell? The world of video games sure is miraculous. However miraculous it is, I've had enough of it. Vector holds out the glass container that she has been protecting in her arms. In that case, see you in a bit. No residual anomalous data in the neural module. No data conflicts or losses detected. All modules are operating normally. Right. Okay, Harpsy, you can go ahead and destroy that plugin. Make sure you leave no backup, alright? Sure, she's gonna leave a backup. Phew, now that the crisis has been averted, can I log off? I got other stuff to attend to. He's got a game. Go then. Dara's image disappears from the terminal screen. I glance at Mekti and Vector, who have just climbed out of the repair pods, then I pat Klukai on the shoulder. Don't get too worked up. Just take it easy, yeah? I'll keep it under control. Klukai clears her throat and fixes her gaze firmly on the two dolls. You may now explain yourselves. I'm listening. Well, it's as you saw. And what exactly did I see? Don't be nervous. Talk me through it slowly. We have all the time in the world. Or would you like a drink to soothe your vocal module? Should I fetch Andrus? Don't be like that. If you want to snap or shout at me, just do it. Otherwise, I'll feel like I was still in the virtual world. Besides, you know I can't drink coffee. Are you telling me what to do? No, not at all. I wouldn't dare. I just think I prefer the OG version of Klukai. If memory serves, that would be the one you called Tyrant Klukai? A chuckle slips out, earning me a mildly disapproving glance from Klukai. I was wrong, Klukai. I shouldn't have asked Harpsy to create that plugin without permission. What else? And I shouldn't mix training and games. Klukai, please don't be like this. Klukai tilts her chin up and shoots Mekti. One more sharp, murderous glare before turning to the trembling Harpsy. Just as she's about to speak, Vector interrupts her. If I had run a tighter ship, this wouldn't have happened. As the leader of Team B, I bear full responsibility for this incident. I will submit a complete review and self-reflection before dawn. Are you planning to take the blame from Harpsy? No, but at the end of the day, this all happened because I failed to discipline my team members properly. This is Team B's management issue. Let me handle it. Klukai gazes at Vector, then glances at the members of Team B hanging their heads behind her. Remember to include your proposed solution to the problem in your review. Understood. Mekti, you're coming to the shooting range with me. The shooting range? At this hour? It's so late. I know it's my punishment, but can't we leave it till tomorrow? Klukai reaches into her pocket and pulls out a small switch. It is compact, with a round button resting right under her fingertip. Mekti immediately flails her head in panic. I'm coming, all right? Then I'll be going with Mekti. Commander, would you like to join us? I understand the meaningful look that Klukai is giving me. She wants Vector to handle Team B's internal affairs on her own. Vector might find it awkward if we stay. At the same time, my instincts tell me this is the moment for Vector to reach a consensus with her team. But can she really do it? I look at her, both worried and hopeful. At that moment, the still inexperienced team leader meets my gaze and gives me a firm nod. Sure, I'll come too. What? Even the commander will be supervising me? We'll see if you dare slack off again with two pairs of eyes watching you. Now let's go. Klukai takes the lead, pulling Mekti out the door. As I walk past Vector, I give her a reassuring pat on the shoulder. She looks up at me with silent understanding. The footsteps in the hallway gradually fade into the distance, and the remaining members of Team B let out a collective sigh of relief. I was so scared, I didn't dare speak at all. I'm not surprised, you scaredy cat. I actually have a question about Wellrod. Given the height of their, these two models, is she short? How tall is Wellrod? It's not like she can be that tall. Yeah, lol, somewhat. Like you were any better. You're also staring at your toes and avoiding Klukai's eyes yourself. I was resting my eyes. I seriously wonder how the members of Team A hang out with Klukai on a daily basis. Thank goodness our Vivi is so much more approachable. She's gonna be harsh right now to them. But she's also gonna take responsibility like a good team leader. Thank you, Vector, for stepping in when Klukai was about to dress me down. I wouldn't know what to say at all. No, I wasn't trying to defend you. Huh? Even though I sensed that something wasn't right, I didn't insist on putting a stop to it. And your disregard for rules and protocols is all because I did not set a good example. I must take full responsibility for everything that happened. We didn't disregard. Seeing that Wellrod still intends to argue the point, Vector cuts her off firmly. Disregard is exactly what it is. Vector's gaze does not waver this time. She looks Wellrod straight in the eye, well, more like straight down in the eye without any of her usual moroseness. Wellrod, this is no small matter. Strictly following protocols and abiding by the rules are the foundation of a team's ability to function effectively. But procedures and rules shouldn't be stagnant. Even if they need to be adjusted, the changes must be thoroughly tested. Otherwise, they'll end up like a chandelier crashing down in the middle of battle, hindering the team, or worse, hurting someone. Do you understand, Wellrod? An awkward silence fills the training room again. Vector lets out a soft sigh. Then again, maybe using what happened on the battlefield as an analogy isn't very appropriate. In combat, you don't always have time to react or test the strategy. Sometimes, spontaneous actions can turn the tide of battle more effectively than rigidly sticking to a plan. Now that I've been in your position, I realize that when the moment comes, I should rely on my own judgment as well. I shouldn't have been so quick to attribute your actions to a blind desire to score highly, nor should I have rushed to justify my own idea as the best solution.
Any particular sow bugs?
I'm sorry, Wellrod, that was my mistake. The air grows still for a few seconds. As she looks into Vector's apologetic eyes, Wellrod slowly speaks. Back at the lab, when you suddenly rushed forward and shattered the culture tanks, it really caught me off guard. Did you ever stop to think whether your riot shield could withstand the impact? Did you know what was in those tanks? What if we had been knocked over by the liquid too? These questions hit me all at once, and I just got really, really mad. And then I thought, maybe this is exactly how you felt when you saw me shoot down the chandelier. And then, when we were discussing the simulation training afterwards, I also didn't take your reasoning and standpoint into consideration. All I cared about was defending my own judgment. As Wellrod continues, her face gradually turns red, and her voice grows a little abashed. So, you don't have to take all the blame so eagerly. I'm not... Alright, let me summarize things. Following the plan is important, but adaptability is just as crucial. If that's all we write down as our conclusion, I doubt Klukai will accept it. Then what do we do? Maybe we can approach it like this. From now on, during every after-action review, we add a situational thought exercise. Using the battlefield map from the mission, we analyze and discuss the potential unexpected actions that each team member might take. But we don't always encounter the same scenarios. The goal of this exercise isn't to rehearse specific scenarios, but to develop a better understanding of each other's tendencies in combat. That way, when someone makes a sudden move in the field, we won't waste valuable time being surprised, or worse, let emotions get in the way. We can't control the ever-changing battlefield, so we have to learn to adapt. Oh, I see. After all, when we're on the battlefield, opportunities wait for no one. Basically, everybody has a plan until they're punched in the face. Yeah, sounds about right, actually. Seeing the amusement in Vector's eyes, Wellrod raises an eyebrow. I think this is doable, and your paranoia, well, it's not entirely baseless. I also think it's worth a try. Then once my proposed solution gets approved, we can begin our new training sessions. But before that, Harpsy? Yes? Having your name suddenly called, Harpsy jolts, her cattail sticking straight up. You're also required to write a self-reflection. Furthermore, due to lack of proper respect for rules and protocols, along with poor judgment, starting now, everyone, including myself, will conduct a full revision of 404's Code of Conduct. I expect to see everyone's review and report on the previous training session in my mailbox by
In
dawn.
Girls Frontline 1, Wellrod was the head of the response combat team for the commander in G&K. Not sure how she ended up with 404 in this game, but the secrecy goes in line with her.
Aha, I see. Sort of. I don't think I really know the G&K group from GFL1. I don't think we've seen a whole lot of them. I think we've been introduced to the most of them we've seen in this chapter, yeah? Am I understood? Yes. Looking at the now motivated team, Vector lets out a small sigh of relief. I suppose I did the right thing. My teammates and I finally have a consensus. Commander. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Outside, the night has deepened, but the lights in the Elmo's training room remain bright. Just like every other night Team B spends hard at work. And yet, tonight feels different. With the mission cut short, Belka returns to her room after signing off, and she flops onto the bed with a disappointed sigh. Staring at the photo of Klukai stuck to the ceiling, she puffs out her cheeks in frustration. OG404 team was the Elm Sisters and GRG11 or 16. GRG11, which one? That's Mekti, right? 404 Team A. Yeah, because they're all here. Well, I say they're all here, but they're all here in the story. They're not all here in the game as playable yet. But you know, I'm starting to get the hang of who's who. The imprint names and whatnot. Exception would be Belka and Andorus. Yes. What's up with that client? I'm supposed to have at least 72 hours of uninterrupted time with Big Sis Klukai. Now that we're back at base, she's run off to hang out with Mekti again. Belka throws a few half-hearted punches at her training sandbag, where a picture of Mekti is taped. Mekti, the biggest obstacle to my bond with Big Sis. Beep beep beep. There's a notification on her terminal. D28 and D36K weren't there with them at that time. Makes sense. Huh? I'm sending a message at this hour. Oh, this is... In the photos and video clip on her screen, two figures can be seen leaning closely against each other. Not just anyone. It's her and Klukai. What? I have no idea what this is, but Big Sis Klukai looks so cute making this face. Belka presses the replay button again and again, watching the clip over and over, completely absorbed. It takes her a while to even remember to check the sender's name. It's Mekti. The sender is Mekti? What does she mean by this? She hesitates briefly in confusion, but the moment her eyes land on the video again, she can't help but giggle. Who cares? Just for today, you can be the witness of the love and friendship between Big Sis Klukai and me, Mekti. Alright, Belka, I think I said I didn't care about you in the last event. Just from that scene alone, you redeemed yourself a little bit, because you're kind of funny. Sisterly love, yeah, she's a siscon. Fan-frickin-tastic. That was a good little story. I think the last non-voice story I didn't find particularly interesting, but this one was very good. New story coming soon as well, yep. I took a while to get to this one, so... I don't know why I did that, but... Ends in 8 days, so yeah. A couple weeks we should have a new one. This time it's Yuhi. Oh yeah, that's the, like, third idol-based doll, yeah. Need more of those, you know? No, we don't. But we'll accept them all the same. Oh, this was a good one. I really like this one. Oh, I wanted to check something. I saw something in...
So anyways, when are you going to get Koshmar and equip her with the Moonlight Greatsword?
I could have sworn I saw the word soul in this description. And I needed to double check it. And when are you going to get Koshmar and equip her the Moonlight Greatsword? As soon as I can. Physical support for Liney. I think I pronounced that right. I don't remember seeing. I'm drawing a blank, but whatever. We changed from the feet background finally. Oh, of course I did. I don't know if you noticed, but I tend to change the background every single time. Yuhi. Yuhi. I mean, if you really want, I mean, we could. It's not hard. Just, you know, just, yep, yep, Wow, holy shit, those actually are extremely detailed. What the hell? How the hell? You can see that. What the fuck? Anyway, I'm just gonna preemptively say it. Hi, Hayami. Somehow I feel if there was any time you were gonna join stream, it would have been right then. Had to try. I was expecting Toasty. Alright, let's grab some stuff. I'm gonna like do these at some point. Ends in one day. Yeah, I really gotta do these. But not right now. I don't want to. Do I have enough for a... No. You know, 30. We're gonna want to get close to like getting 50-50 anyway. And you can't stream a gacha game without having at least one 10 pull. Oh, not collapse piece exchange. We want these. You know, we gotta have one. We gotta do one 10 pull, at least. All right, let's try it. Well, this is awful. That's so bad. Can't say I'm surprised though. It's fine. It just gets us closer to a 50-50 when there's something that we really, really want. Because I mean, I was looking at her skills and stuff, and she does not synergize with like anything that I have right now. I don't have much fire at all. I'm leaning more towards electric and ice right now with my elements, so she's not. Although I do think I actually, I think I might actually have some decent fire. No, recruitment, rating room. I think I actually do have some okay. Like you do fire, right? Yes, you do. You don't have an element, I don't think. Neither do you. You're fire as well. Yep. No, Tololo's water. I should probably build her. You didn't have an element. Neither did you. And you had water. Yeah, so I have more water, ice, and electric than I do any fire. So I really don't need You have the strongest DPS, Sharkery and QJ. Oh yeah, you're right. We have Sharkery because, where is she? Everybody has Sharkery because she's a... Do we call them 4-star? I don't, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I do have... Not Tololo, where is she? Who is it again? Which one were you? Doesn't matter. Either way, we do saw we got some decent characters. Don't you? Did I have her? I don't think I didn't have her. Yeah, she wasn't one that I had. Is a standard banner? Oh, wait. Sharkery and who's? She's easy to get. But yeah, I don't have her. I don't have her, no. I never got her. I think Tololo's one of the stronger DPS characters that I have, and I haven't even built her. The black-haired woman. Yeah, I don't have her. I don't know if you were just pointing out that she was the strongest DPS, or if you thought I had her, but I don't have her. DPS for fire. Yeah. I just misread your sentence as you saying that I had her, but I don't have her. Like I said, I don't have much for fire. But we're building up electric. We have... Do we actually have a lot of ice? Or is it just... I think it... Oh, no. We got Macchiato, we got the free Lotta, and we have Suomi. So we actually do have okay ice. We need Elec. Andorus is a must. How so? What does she do? I assume Andorus is... I don't remember being able to get her, so... Elec buff. Oh, yeah. I guess we do need her then. That's a good thing I like Andorus too. She's funny. She's not out yet. Yeah, I didn't think so. I have a general sense of all the characters that are currently available in the game. But really, that's only because I played it since launch. Well, this launch anyway. At some point, we'll probably... If we can get a Girls Frontline 1 release... Like a PC release, I'll do it. Maybe. Probably. I don't know. Gotta save for the Sisters. Yeah, we're doing pretty good on saving too. This should be enough. Assuming they don't... Assuming that all three of the girls don't show up at the same time, we should have enough to probably get all of them. Although I might not be able to get their guns. I should probably save up more to get guns so that they can be strong too. There's a British version that plays it quite accurately, but only in the story cutscenes. Yeah, that might be worth a try. Might be worth a try. Oh, right. Ump 9, Ump 40, and Ump 45, and coming eventually. Yeah, I think it's gonna be the 9 and... Or was it 9? I don't remember the... I remember their names more than I remember their imprint names. Lena and Leva, we're gonna get those two first, and then we're gonna get... I forget her the last name. But she was announced only recently in CN, so it's gonna be a while before she comes to global. Lena, Leva, Lane... Okay. Laney? Is it Laney? I don't... I know good with pronouncing names sometimes. Either way, I'm excited for him. Although I don't know much about Laney yet. When I aim for Hydro, he has Tolol, then go for Springfield, then Nikita, Hydro done. I mean, I could. I'm not against the idea. I just have certain, I just got certain ones that I'm focusing on first. I'm not, like, I am trying to get, certain teams ready, like the electric team, but I'm not too... As long as I have one decent team, I think I'm okay, because I'm not really trying to go too heavy for, I guess endgame content, we'll call it. Well, that's not really endgame content. I think it's more of, platoon stuff. I'm almost level 60, so I can almost do the high level Gunsmoke frontline, but... Did Bernard accept your friend request? He did! I think Hydro Banner should be out before Electricers are complete. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right, and I might be able to save up enough to grab them. But I kind of want to save so that I can get them and their guns if it's possible, and I just need to save up a lot more. Like a buff, did you do the challenges for the event? Yes, I did. Oh wait, actually no. I did the supply, not the... I guess if I do have Bernard, I can do that now, can I? Yeah, we might as well try it. You can clear the events easily with Bernard's team. Wait, when you say Bernard's team, do you mean I can just use all of his characters here? Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, I don't want to bring the preset dolls, I don't think. Because I think they're just a bit weaker than our regular squad. Can I bring a healer for this one? Nah, Bernard's team's just gonna wipe. Bernard's Kukai basically solos this off. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, they're dead. Yeah, sounds about right. Bring coffee from her house. Oh, look at the damage difference. It's not even comparable. Okay, never mind. That was actually kinda alright. I love the guy just waddle. Oh my god! Lana, no! She already almost killed like the boss guy. What the hell? Okay, were you stupid? You're lucky. You're lucky is what you are. Oh. But he just didn't attack? Or are you stupid? Nice. Oh my god, she's so dumb! Kukai nuking the boss while your team struggles to shoot down a regular enemy. Yeah, sounds about right. Canonically accurate. At least there's no, like, I don't think there was any challenges you actually have to, you just have to complete the map, so it doesn't matter how many of your units die. But that is really funny. She basically just had to not stand in the fire to survive, and she couldn't even do that. Anyway, about bringing that healer. I know, right? I really gotta put a lot of... Oh, wait, what? I didn't change the team. I thought it would have kept my team from the last one. It did not. I think I will have to bring that healer, because Coldney at least will, probably not run out there and die. On a good day, at least. I mean, she is... I think actually she does have less buffs and stuff, but she can also heal, so... Stop, stop, they're already dead. She just tanked that damage. She does not care. What was that about? Oh, she won't run out there and die. Coldney, what are you doing? Are you stupid? Oh my god, she's so dumb. She's... What do you mean she lived? No way! No way! She wins this! I hate this so much! Coldney, you're so dumb! No way she lived that! Oh, I'm the healer. I'm just gonna run out there and stand in the monk. Are you stupid? Yeah, she's stupid. Okay, now it keeps my team. What? Why are you like this? Except it doesn't, because... Oh, these ones don't have preset teams. I think that's what it is. So it just keeps the team that you had from other stuff. Yeah, well, anyway, I guess we keep the AoE, because I think they're all going to spawn from here. So you have AoE, you have AoE, you benefit off of AoE, you have AoE. Yeah, let's just do that. I mean, I put all that effort into setting up AoE, but she's just gonna kill them all anyway. So it's at the same time, it's like, why did I even bother? Also, where is she going? Yeah, it's fine. Like shooting fish in a small area, yeah. Nice. The Meki buff is strong with Luki given the corrosion weakness. Yeah, I know. It's a shame she doesn't even need it. She's gonna just one-shot him anyway. I want to see the damage stats this time. Zero. Oh my god. That's so funny. Lore accurate. Yeah. This is so funny. Oh boy, I wonder what's gonna happen this time. Oh damn, we get 4 this time? Alright. You survived last time! Maybe you can heal no, actually I think the higher damage with Mosin will be better. The last one, just bring your Suomi, you need healing. Is it the boss fight? It's probably the boss fight. Yep, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, you'll need the healing. Although my Suomi's not that strong. Alright, okay, my squad's actually, you know, sorta holding up, except not really. Oh! Oh, okay, hold on a second, that was kinda nice. You just need the shields, yeah. I don't know how strong the shields will be, because I haven't actually leveled up my own Suomi in a while. But I guess any shield's better than nothing. Ugh! Better ear procs does work quite nicely with Gluck. Yeah. I'm starting to warm up to Peria. I think I remember I said early on that she wasn't very good, but I think how good she or how strong she is definitely depends on what team you're rocking, which I think is good. I think it's good that there's more strength in building a strong team rather than building 1 or 2 really strong units. I say as I'm abusing super overpowered Lucky. I think yeah, strong team building I think is more fun than just overpowering anything with raw numbers. Hi, friend-shaped orange. Hi, Hayami. Okay, I need to bring. Let's see. We don't need Mosin here. Mosin's actually kind of weak on this boss because. Oh yeah, my Suomi's level 33. Mosin's kind of weak here because AoE is so strong against this boss. Housefoot 2. We already completed the story and now we're trying the last challenge. I don't know if you've beaten it yet, but spoilers. You've been spoiled. I'm interested in seeing how Auto Battle is gonna handle this. I've noticed when I did the not challenge, the other mode that had Koshmar in it, I noticed that the AI tended to target the other enemies and didn't focus the boss at all. So she kind of wrecked us. So we'll see how the auto battle handles it. I might actually have to manually pilot this one. Oh, that's interesting. Shoot some oil barrels at her, that's funny. Careful about this level even with the V6 Kukai. Yeah, I think this one actually might require some thinking, but I'm gonna let it auto once and we're just gonna see. Oh my god. Oh my god! She's gone already! At least this is a beautiful sight to see. And there's Glue Guy. She's just... oh, she's dead! That's not good. I think we definitely needed Suomi to lead on that one. Time to restart. Yeah, you think? she's dead? Yeah, I saw that coming. You did? You can choose which units go first. I know, I just wanted to see what auto battle did. And it's really funny. Those counterattacks shred us. Yeah, the level 30 Suomi is not doing much work here. But auto wins, right? Yeah! Alright. Let's see. You first. You second. No. Yeah. Yeah, I think that works. I say as I'm probably gonna do this manually. I want Mekti before Klukai so she gets the buff. Oh yeah, that's right. I keep thinking, yeah. So we start with Suomi because we want to get... I suppose it doesn't really matter where I put it. I don't want to get rid of the barrel so it doesn't explode and hurt whoever's here, but whatever. Buff. Move Paratia in range so that she can do her thing. That one's better AoE. I wish we could target Koshmar directly because then we could get all of them, but we can't. And then we lose all of our stability, but we survive. Plus we get rid of most of their counterattacks, which is the most important part. Koshmar is a special that effect that prevents being targeted directly. Exactly. And she only loses a bit of her shield. Yeah, that works. And then we try to do it again next turn. And for you, we need to be somewhat careful, because that oral barrel exploding could really hurt us. And that just nukes them. Oh my god, how did that explode again? What did I miss about this thing? How does this explode? Does one of these do like AoE or something that causes that to explode when she gets hit with a counter? What am I missing? Whatever. Easy solution. Maybe. But if we just avoid some of them, we might not explode. Most anti-Kluke boss anywhere. It seems like it. I gotta actually take a look at what her effects are. Because she dies again. Yeah, so we gotta get rid of that oil barrel first. So we gotta take a turn not going over there. Yeah, get rid of that oil barrel. Holy crap, that AoE is ginormous. Gives a debuff each time you get attacked by her gun to reduce damage to her for a turn. Oh. There, get rid of that stupid oil barrel. Ow. Uh-oh. Yeah, I was gonna say, there goes Barrier. There goes some of our DPS. This is gonna hurt, but it's worth, I think. I actually don't know if my team is actually capable of doing this yet. Or at least I need to actually, you know, think and plan this thing out. Probably leveling up my own Suomi would help. Sure, why not? This, yeah. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Yep, sounds about right. Oh yeah. Could have done that first. Bigger the mobs? Yeah, probably should. Oh! Blot is dead. Oh, that's... You walk right up into her face and then die for it? Oh, my word. Alright, Mekti. Actually, let's use you first. One could use strategy and tactical thinking to approach each enemy carefully. Or I could use the V6 Kluka! Now you know. Closest enemy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, yeah, so this is the closest enemy, so yeah, okay, that works. Get poisoned, idiot. Use the Joestar strategy. Run away? Not you. We want Suomi to go first. Oh, you don't have enough for barrier. Oh, but yeah. I guess. Yeah, I guess we give Kukai a barrier. Yeah, I just wanted to give them all a barrier, but if I can, I can't, you know? You Suomi as a missile and launcher to Kashmar? Yeah, missile does no damage. Alright, can you actually, damage her directly now? No, I'll have to do. I know she can... She has to take some of her own health to heal them. So maybe she'll just fall over dead. She's broken now. think if Clucky lives, she can kill her turn 4. Probably. Oh my god! We live those. Why? Why do you keep doing this? Still one of those barrels left on the side of the map. Too late! Well, those probably would have been helpful. I imagine those deal a ton of damage because they nuked V6 Klukai. It looks like that's it. You're right. I think she wins. GG. She's still dead. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The level 33 Suomi lived. That's the power of Suomi, baby. I mean, aside from the obvious V6 Klukai carry, Suomi was actually the best pick for that map. That's so That's so hilarious. she gave enough shields. That's all we needed. That is how it's done. Oh. Oh, I guess now we just buy out what we need from the shop, eh? Get some of them. Target, those would be nice for, yeah, I don't really need anything else here. Although these would be kind of nice. I think these are better. If violence doesn't work, you try more violence. True. Oh, I think clip actually doesn't work right now because I'm on a different PC and I don't think I set up the location for that. Look what this had to do to the guy. Yeah, I should send that. Just show him. Thanks for the help. As I send his Klukai into death. Violence Jack is an OVA, huh? I don't get it. I'm too stupid. Sorry. There. Now, we don't have a whole lot of days left for this event, but I can probably get some of these. Although, frankly, I might... These are pretty useful for me right now, too. I probably need to get... I need to give my dolls more gifts, though. I need these. Take a shot every time Ori gets Klukai blown up by a barrel. You would have 3 shots you would have to take. Yep. You'd have 3 shots. Anyway, let's grab some milestones. Grab some more milestones. We got more? No? Okay. Can you get from the glory store again? Ah, yes. We gotta get a new weapon for our girl. I'll grab this real quick. An original video anime from the 80s. I see. I mean, I know what an OVA is. I just don't know what Violence Jack is, I guess. No, later. Increasing bond means you have higher stats, so just use it before marriage. Yeah, right. I do need to do more bond stuff, because what do I even have for my currents? I think I did some bond stuff like early on when I played the game, so some of my earlier dolls have it, but... Oh, not pose. I'm gonna look at dolls. Yeah, Kolfni has it. Mekti. Okay, I guess I did it more recently if Mekti and Mosin have it. But yeah, there's so many just ones here. I kind of feel like that's probably normal though. Yeah, I gotta up those. How many why is it only Kolfni? How many items do I even have? Gift. I've got a few gifts. A few. Yeah, we got a few here. Yeah, 250. Yeah, it's fine. I got a few gifts I gotta give. I'll figure that out later. Anyway. Well, that was fun. Did you have fun? I had fun. That was a good event. I like that one. I say that about most of the events. Actually, that's not true. I don't remember exactly what event it was, but there was an event that I wasn't too... I was kind of on. It was one before Klukai and Mekti, I think. I think it was that one. I was kind of just meh about it. It was the last non-voiced one, I think. This non-voiced one was really good, though. I wish it was voiced. Then I wouldn't have to do my god-awful reading for you all again. Although you like my god-awful reading, don't you? Don't you? You could say that was a blast. I was not expecting it to be Dark Souls themed. That was really funny. And they even included a Moonlight Greatsword reference? Oh, perfect. Better than the Limbus one? What's the Limbus one? Is that a Limbus company one, or is that some other Limbus related reference that I don't understand? Unless you're saying, my Limbus readings. Patrick voice, but yes, okay. You're talking about my voice, yes. Wait, you mean you're saying that my Limbus voice work was bad? Are you trying to imply that my Limbus reading was anything less than perfection? I mean, if you would, I think Limbus fans would probably want to kill you because they really like their voice actors, and to imply that I even remotely compare to them, they would probably find insulting. You didn't have a British accent for that Heathcliff, unlike Welrod. Yeah, I did actually try it a couple times, but frankly, like I said earlier on with the Welrod impression, I tend to like shift between accents. Like it would occasionally be Scottish for some reason, or I would. What was it? Scottish? There was another one. Southern. I would like. I like just unintentionally swap between those accents. Get a better humans. Yeah, accents I gotta work on. I gotta get better at my accents. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I gotta get better at, but you know, you didn't hear that from me. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do. What should I stream on Thursday anyway? With the new Pal World update on the horizon, I've been considering restarting the Pal World server and opening that up again. Maybe more people other than me will play on it this time. I don't know. I mean, it's probably wrong. It will probably just be me again, and I will play it a lot for like a month, and then I'll stop playing it again. They did change the gliding mechanic there. I mean, they didn't really change it. It still functions the same. They just changed the visuals for it, which is a bummer. Hopefully that can be returned someday. It's like Minecraft, you play for a month to a year, and then forget and repeat it next year. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we did that with Minecraft. I actually looked on the server. Not a single soul had logged onto the Minecraft server in like 3 months. And I've been paying for it the whole time. I still have it. I actually took the Minecraft server down. I didn't make a post about it because nobody would care. But I took the Minecraft server and actually did replace it with Pal World, specifically so that I could log in. And since you have a global pal box now, I backed up my good pals from that server. So that if we pop in again, I can get them back instantly. Gaming laptop simply has limited space. Yeah, it happens. I don't know, maybe this time I can find some VTubers to harass onto the server or something. I don't know. I don't know enough though. Let alone ones that would be interested in Pal World. I don't know. Doesn't Toasty have Pal World? I don't know about Toasty. I think Hayami does. I don't think she cares too much about it though. And we know Suna does. Who has it? Nope, Toasty does not have it. We had a Menka server back then that a lot of people kind of joined in on Miami server. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I have to say is yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to... I'm looking at my Steam friend list playtime, and I'm noticing a trend. The trend being that I have way more hours on Palworld than anyone else. I have 460 hours on Palworld. And most everybody else on my friends list doesn't even break 100, so I'm definitely the outlier here. I don't know. I probably won't do Palworld just because I don't want to start it before Elden Ring Night Rain comes out. Whatever I play this week will probably be like a one-off game. I'm not gonna start anything new. Maybe we'll just hang out and play like Galaxy Burger or something. That's a fun one. It's a fun, relaxing one. Just sit down and chat, make some burgers for people, have a good time. Could be fun. Could be fun. Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for today. That's we'll pick up Girls Frontline 2 when the next event comes out, as usual, which should be in a couple weeks. So we'll probably take a break from Elden Ring Night Rain to play it once. Get me on Steam. I did play with a friend many days. I might. I want to say I do. What's your Steam username again? I likely have 100-ish hours. Yeah. I have a couple friends with 100, over 100 hours. One's an IRL friend, so I know that you're not him, but... What is Night Rain even? Pangtong? Oh yeah, I do. You're right there. Yep, you're one of them. Yeah, I do have you on Steam. What is Night Rain even? Night Rain is... it's a new one for FromSoft, and it's done by, I think, a junior team. I don't think it's by their main crew, which is actually kind of interesting. I like that. It is a co-op roguelike game set in the Elden Ring universe, sort of. You have actual characters you play as. You don't play as you don't create your own build. You play as a character that have their own skills and abilities, and you build them throughout a about 40-minute session, or you run around, you gather materials, items, weapons, you defeat groups of enemies, and at the end of the night, when the night comes around, you face a boss. And then you do it again another day, and then the third day you fight a big boss, which is going to be much more difficult than the others. And it's everything you've gathered up until then will help, will basically determine whether or not you'll be able to beat the boss. It looks actually surprisingly good. I was initially skeptic about it because, one, it was very odd for them to make like a roguelike game, and two, and this is another thing that's kind of noticeable about the game, is it reuses assets from Elden Ring and Dark Souls. There are several Dark Souls enemies and bosses that are present in Night Rain. Like the Nameless King, he's just there. In the Centipede Demon from Dark Souls 1, he's there. They have updated movesets and presumably different frame data to accommodate for Elden Ring's and Night Rain's probably more fast-paced, hectic combat. So I was initially skeptic because, like, oh, they're reusing assets? That's suspicious. But the more I see it, the more it looks interesting. They aren't just reusing assets, they're repurposing them, they're changing them, they're making them fit the new game, it looks like. I don't mind if assets are reused. I mean, even base Elden Ring reuses assets. There are several enemy, I'll call them animation skeletons that are reused. Like the Erdtree avatars. They are just the, oh, what are they called? They are just some of the demons from Dark Souls 1. They're just those skeletons reused. And they also have new moves, and new movesets entirely. So it's not unusual for FromSoft to use assets, and I don't give them too much crap for it, but they actually do a good job with it. It's one thing to just reuse an asset, it's another thing to repurpose it, you know? That comes out on the 30th, and I'm not gonna lie, I plan on spending a lot of time on it. So, if you're interested, but aren't quite sold on it, you can check it out with me, and then maybe you can decide whether or not you want to get it yourself. A big selling point for it, in my opinion, is the fact that it's only 40 bucks. In a world where AAA games are going to start costing $80, $70 to $80 regularly, a $40 game looks pretty good by comparison. But we're going to check it out next Friday. Hopefully I really like it. I'm hoping I will. I have been surprised with how much I enjoy roguelikes with Chrono Arc. So I'm hoping that a Souls-like roguelike is interesting. Love the revival of the Dark Souls 3 Cathedral Knight armor. Yeah, that's another thing. There are, you can get skins for the characters too. Some of them are actual, just outfit copies from earlier games. Like you can make one of the characters look like Solaire, for example. Hear that new two-person driving co-op game? Two-person driving co-op game? What? You aren't talking about... Oh, I know it. I think I might know what you're talking about. The same people that made It Takes Two? One's a short grandma, the other's a grandkid in the backseat. Oh, no, this is different, completely different. And actually, you actually mean driving. No, I haven't heard of that. You can always... I don't think I actually... Do I have a suggestion? I don't have a suggestion channel anymore, but you can always send it in the Discord. I'll take a look at it. We're gonna wrap up stream here today, though. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I hope Girls Frontline 2 was exciting. I had fun. I've missed streaming. It's good to be back, sort of. I'm not really back, but it was good. I like this. I enjoyed this. I'll catch you all Thursday for whatever I end up deciding to do. It's a demo, but it's backseat driver. Okay, I'll check it out. All right, catch you all Thursday. See ya.